What's going on, guys? We're back again with another awesome episode. We're going to give you guys some free tips on how to be successful in your bodybuilding or your fitness journey, whatever that may be. So I know a lot of my clients hear this all the time. I'm going to sound like a broken record to them, but setting up a good routine. Me and Nate were actually talking about that this morning, and like getting up, getting your day going, sleep wake time, stuff like that. So I'm actually going to let him use the example that he gave me this morning, and then we'll kind of spin off that, and I'll kind of dive in and kind of talk about my morning routine and how to set up a good one.
So I had actually, business is picking up, new year, everything's going great. So I had actually had a client want to do mornings like 5, 6 a.m. and normally I would have always taken that because I would get up at 2, work out at 3, have the rest of my day ready. But now I've got such a good routine being under Cody. So my sleep's better than it's ever been. And so I'm getting up at 5 and running through my cardio fasted, my posing routine to get ready for show competition. And then really around 7 is when I get ready for my day now. So that's the example we were talking about, and how I have everything in such a tight groove now that I really don't want to mess it up.
Yeah, and honestly, that's the best way to be successful, guys. I know it can be kind of monotonous, and some people can't live that way, but it is the easiest way to go about this. The main reason why is because it removes decision-making fatigue from your day. You wake up, you're disoriented, you're kind of waking up, you're like, oh my gosh, like you're trying to get ready for your day, and you got all these things hitting you at once, and you don't know what you need to handle first. You kind of, have those days where you do one thing first, or you do the next thing first. Like, it's just good to be in a good routine, and you know exactly what you need to do, and you can almost do it without even thinking about it. My morning is the exact same every single morning. You can ask my wife. I'm a creature of habit, but that's why I'm able to get so much work done during the day, and I'm able to have successful days. People ask me that all the time, how you're able to handle the workload, and that's why. Every single day is the same. I have my time scheduled that I have computer time, I have training time, I have my sleep wake time is the same. The time that I do my cardio, my posing, my check-ins for my coach, it's all at the same time, literally every single day. And that's what made me very successful in my last prep. Every prep I do, I establish a schedule, right? And that's one of the main things that I talk with clients coming in that are very new and their beginner level, is establishing a schedule. That's why we have a meal schedule, we have a training time schedule. Your meals are basically timed around your workout too, right? So your supplements, right? They're all going to be timed throughout your day. The more that we can be consistent with that, the easier it's going to be, and you can nail every single day and make every single day the same. You're going to see awesome results, and it's going to be easier for you.
Right. It's going to be more consistent.
Mm-hmm. The one thing that I tell clients coming in is pick a day out of the week for meal prep. Right, 1 to 2 days. I do prefer, it's just my opinion, cooking food every 3 to 4 days, so it's a little more fresh. But if you only have 1 day a week, you can cook it and freeze half of it, right? So that way you at least, it lasts a little bit longer, right? But you stay in that routine, you make it that same thing every single week. It's like, okay, well, Sunday at this time, I got to cook my food, so I can't do that, guys. Sorry, I got plans. And then there's no excuses. It's literally on your schedule at the same time every week. That's how I run my clients too. My clients, my business, and all my check-ins, literally everything. Everything is the same every week. So that way I know what I have. It's all laid out nice and neat. There's no decision making for me for the day. It's on my calendar. Every second of every day is on my calendar. It's just ridiculous. From the time I wake up to the time I go to bed, everything is on my calendar. That way I know exactly what I'm doing. It's the same thing every single day.
And I do exactly that. Every Saturday, I do 7 days of meal prep. 3 days go in the freezer, 4 days are in the fridge, and it's all done. You're not only removing the stress, but you're keeping your cortisol levels down. All that plays into factor in recovery. So you're eliminating a whole symmetry of line of stress and daily routine just by getting organized like that.
And then there's no excuses. You can't be like, oh, I didn't cook my food yesterday. It's like, well, you cooked it all on Sunday. It's ready to go.
Right.
So you have that day off or whatever the day may be. I'm just saying Sunday as an example because it's something that I do. If it is, you can't do it on Sunday, then you can do it another day of the week. Like say you have, a weird work shift and you have Tuesdays off. Make Tuesday your meal prep day. Wake up, knock out your food prep, then you got the rest of the day to do whatever you want, and it's a whole lot easier that way. Especially if you're going to be doing a bodybuilding prep, you know, going through posing. Nate here is starting to learn how hard it is to pose.
Right.
So I got him doing it every day. It's, you know, it's working on his conditioning. It's working on him being able to set up into the pose, hold the pose, and look comfortable in the pose, right? So just repetition, 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 right? The way, you know, we're able to do that and do it successful is having it on your schedule and making time for it, right? He makes time for everything that I ask him for, and that's why he's being very successful in his prep right now, you know? So I think that that's huge. You basically want to create an environment that is going to be positive, that's going to produce results for you. If your environment is negative, you're not going to produce results, right? So that's another thing that we're going to kind of transition into is having a support system in your life. You know, my wife has been my support system since we started dating. You know, she has always supported me in everything, the long hours I work, prep times, whatever. I don't have energy to do extra things, or I got to go to bed because I got to get up at 4 a.m., whatever that may be. You know, she's always been super supportive, and I think that contributes a lot to my success. Or not think, I know, because I wouldn't be able to do it without having somebody in my corner that is actually like contributing, helping, like understanding, supporting, cheering me on, right? So I think family members, significant others, things like that, it's very, very, very important if you're going to get into a prep. If you don't have those people helping you, then it's going to be really hard for you.
And it's very detrimental.
Yeah, and I'm sure, you know, Alex the same way. You guys have been doing it together. She's getting into it, so I mean, it helps.
She's a huge support system for me, and you know, the biggest detriment that she went through, because I won't tolerate it, but. And I'm proud of her, she stuck to it, but she would take her food, go over to her stepdad, sit with her mom and her stepdad and eat, and they would have their pizza, but literally like in her face, like solely consider, hey, take a bite, oh come on, take a bite.
Yeah, see, that's a negative environment, man.
Exactly,
So
it's not a good support system, that's not what you need, but she stuck through it, she grinded through it, she's eating her chicken, and you know, I'm really proud of her for that, but a lot of people it's gonna take a longer set of time to build that tolerance and that mindset. So you don't want to, when you're getting into this new routine and you've got that negative habitual environment, that's not going to be set up for success.
That, and it just wears on you mentally. And in prep, you're only as strong as your mindset, right? Because there's going to be times where physically you are weak. You got to be mentally strong in order to be successful at it. Even in just a regular fitness journey, you know, it's going to be hard for you to not go out and drink and eat pizza on the weekend with your buddies if that's what they do. But ultimately, if you want to be good at this or like actually see results, like, you have to, you know. So I think a lot of that, it definitely helps. And being in a positive environment, gym-wise, you know, we have a very positive environment here at Carbon. I think that helps a lot of people. Because, you know, they might come from other gyms where it's not so positive of an environment, you know, that really weighs on you. So I think doing everything you can to put yourself in a positive environment daily is going to be the best thing for you, absolutely. Especially if you're already somebody like me who deals with mental health issues from time in the military and stuff like that, like, and you're already, like, you kind of have those blue days, like, it's a really good way to get you out of that mindset and get you into a different way of thinking, right? Retraining the brain, training how to think a different way, you know, that actually, wherever your mind goes, your body's going to follow. So you have to have control of your mind in order to have control of your body.
And that's a perfect example, because I was going to add in, you know, the first week, especially for a lifestyle client, where it's 100% transition, they're going to kind of stumble for the first few days and get into the groove. But really, after a week, I mean, I can wake up with my eyes closed. You can put a blindfold on me.
Yep.
I'll be able to get to my kitchen. I'll be able to get to my fast and shake, my bike, and go through my posing, and then grab my lunchbox, and I'm ready. Mm-hmm. So it'll easily become such a habitual habit that it's second nature for you.
It's just like brushing your teeth, right? Everybody has a routine of brushing their teeth, or at least I hope you do. If you don't, you're disgusting. I guess you don't follow this example, but I have a time that I brush my teeth, and it's just like I don't even really like think that's like, all right, it's time to go to bed. I'll like kind of put down whatever I'm doing, and I'll go and I'll start brushing my teeth. It's just like I know like it's time for me to brush my teeth because I'm about to go to bed, right? It's the same concept with anything. If you just have that routine, you're doing it every single day, and you know, so it just removes that decision-making fatigue. And like Nate said, it's going to keep your cortisol lower. It's just going to set you up for a better week. You know, anybody you see who's super successful in the world, they always talk about this. Having a morning routine, having a bedtime routine, sleep wake time. It's very important for your circadian rhythm. There's a lot of things that bleed or that fall into that category that I guess people don't take seriously that actually affects your circadian rhythm. I know one of the things I've had trouble with lately is putting down screens close to bed. I've been really busy, but I do feel it in my sleep. I feel like I don't get as good of sleep. So that's one of the things that I've been trying to do as of late is try to put down screens at least 60 minutes before bed, so we can kind of calm down, fall asleep, and stay asleep, and just get better quality sleep. So I'm sure you probably struggle with it too, with you getting a little busier.
I do struggle with the screens.
Yeah.
I'll tell you though, the biggest thing I learned, and I learned this years ago, and it's really helped me be successful, and it has helped with my sleep, is 30 minutes before bed, I was taught to take everything that's on your mind, every idea, everything you think you need to get done tomorrow, you put it on paper, or you can see I have 50 million notes in my phone.
Oh God, I do the same
every
thing.
single reminder.
Oh man.
But and they're all set for 7 a.m., 8 a.m. because that's what I'm gonna do into the next day. But get everything out of your head, because someone might say, well, yeah, coach, I laid down at 9 o'clock and I woke up at 6, so I got 9 hours of sleep. But really, what was the quality, and how much of it were you laying there thinking about what has to get done? Shit, I didn't get this done. I gotta do this tomorrow. Put it all on paper, and then when you lay down, you're not thinking about it. And that's gonna add to quality.
That's a really good habit. I actually do the same thing. That's an awesome point.
Yes.
I'm big on to-do lists, and just like Nate said, I'll type it all out, and I'll have everything that I have for the day or the next day or whatever that may be, so that way I can stay organized. I think it also helps put you in a positive mindset as far as like getting things done and being task oriented, because like I'll do a check style list. Do you do those? Okay.
Yep.
And every time I finish something, check it off. I'm like, fuck yeah, I just won.
Right.
And I do the next thing.
And it feels good because then you
again.
Start seeing 25 of them go down to 10. Down to 8.
It's a good feeling to mark those off. And then to like do it well, not just like do it just to do it, like half-ass it. It's like we're whole ass and everything, you know. We're trying to be
100%.
pros,
right?
We're trying to be professional. So how you do one thing is how you do everything.
Exactly.
Right? So I think having that and being very positive throughout your day. Another thing is like waking up on time, waking up early, and having that first win for the day. It's like, are you going to start your day off winning and then lose the rest of the day? No, absolutely not. Like you're gonna win the first thing, you're gonna win the next thing, you're gonna win the next thing after that, and you're gonna keep on going. It just sets that momentum for the day, right? So.
I like that.
Yeah, I think that's an awesome way for you guys to look at it as far as like just building a good routine. Just start very basic, you know, it doesn't have to be super complicated. Like, you know, we're advanced bodybuilders, we're trying to like do this professionally. So, you know, we have a very heavy schedule for the day. So just start with something small and then get into a good routine with eating, good routine with training. Just learn to be like in tune with your body too. And then water too. I feel like people struggle with water being like, I always tell clients that are struggling with water and like getting it in throughout the day is to set a goal, like to drink a certain amount with your meal, and then in between your meal, just kind of portion up your water for the day, divide that out equally, and set a goal in between each one so that way you feel like you're winning throughout the day too. It's kind of like that checkbox, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna throw this out there because I got it from you.
Yeah.
And it's been the biggest help to me because I'm at 2.5 gallons a day to keep from cramping.
Yeah.
So it sucks getting 2.5 gallons in. Most people are at a gallon.
Yeah.
But instead of carrying around my gallon jug,
pouring it in there.
I work for Cody. I pour my water into here. I carry it around, drink it. It's gone. Refill it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not staring at the jug.
You're portioning it throughout the day. Yeah.
And I'm not mentally looking at it and saying, Jesus, I've got another gallon.
Yeah. I drink well over my water goal sometimes because I do it that way, you know, and it just helps like break it up so it's smaller increments. You're drinking throughout the day and you're staying hydrated, you know what I mean? So, and everybody needs a different water. Now, you're like me, I flush water constantly, so you gotta have a high sodium, high water intake, otherwise you're gonna be cramping. Right. So, and you flush water really good too. So, that's a good way. That's how we set up our routines, guys, and how we're able to be successful and how we're able to be entrepreneurs. I know all you entrepreneurs out there, you guys understand like every minute of your day counts, so you gotta maximize it, and that's kind of how we do it. But this can be utilized with somebody who's working a 9 to 5 too in order to be successful at bodybuilding, fitness, or weight loss, or whatever you're trying to do, and just setting those little goals too. Like, you know, one thing you can do throughout your daily routine too is a step goal in between each meal. You know, that 10-minute walk after your meal improves digestion significantly, so you can add some steps in there to kind of get your digestion going and help yourself out. So, yeah.
Really,
else you want to throw
the
on
only
there?
other thing I really wanted to throw in was that to anyone who's going to rebuttal this instantly and say, I don't have time to do all my meal prep in one day.
Yeah.
Okay, let's really break this down and analyze this, because it's what I did with my wife.
Yeah.
So I wrote, without her
Yeah.
really paying attention, but do it to yourself. I wrote down how much time she's watching TV every day.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So
yeah.
how much time just got, okay,
Yeah.
35 minutes, 40 minutes, 30 minutes, 30 minutes, 30 minutes. That was over 4 hours of TV a week.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it only takes 2 hours to meal prep, so don't tell me you don't have time,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
How much clicking are you doing? How much time on your phone? Like
Yeah.
Instagram, Facebook.
Yeah, actually, your
hours.
phone does it for you. It'll show your screen time.
Yes,
but
but-
mine is insane. By the way.
Right.
I just want to say, I am literally on my phone all damn day for business. My screen. Last time I saw it, I was like, wow, I'm disgusted.
Yes.
But it is not me scrolling. It is me making money, like doing what I need to do to run my business. So
Exactly.
But I think a lot of people spend time just mindlessly scrolling on apps,
And
you
they
can
don't
you
realize
can go in
how
and see,
much time they're
you can
on it.
see individual apps,
Yes.
like how much time you're on them. So. In my opinion, you're going to make time for what's important,
Right.
If you
So-
think your favorite TV show for Netflix is important and you're sacrificing sleep to watch it, and you're telling me you can't sacrifice a little bit of sleep to cook your meals for the week, clearly, like, you know, you're not as invested in this as you think
Exactly.
you are. You know what I mean? Like, you can make time. Trust me, that's what I make time. Like, you see me there, I juggle fucking 15 things at once sometimes, man. If you really want something, you can make it happen. It's just up to you to find a way to make it happen.
Exactly.
So, I think that's a good spot to end, honestly, man. It's just like, you want it, go get it. If not, I guess you don't want it that bad.
Sorry.
So, I mean, that's just kind of how it is. Like, you really got to get up and go get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but we appreciate you guys for watching.
Absolutely.
We're going to continue to give you guys great tips so we can all be successful in 2024. Hope you guys enjoyed. Comment and like, guys. Thanks.
Thank you.